Oh, Mustafa Azamori. Oh, Mustafa. I just want to say the name again. Mustafa. Ooh. Oh, you slick some of my little Steven. Oh, Mustafa. Lion King, huh? Lion King, huh? Oh, you one lion ass nigga. You nigga, Steven. Oh, nigga Steven here. Steven the Negro, they call. The first great African man. Ooh, Mustafa, you came over here, hijacked city, rode up on some real niggas and how we cool. And that was it for you. I get it. The story is, he's a slave, a captive slave, taken captive. You telling me this Moor, right? This Azamore in Morocco, right? This North African Berber, right? Is he a real barber though? Is he a real Bravo? You saying this Moor in Morocco in the 1500s was taken captive while the Holy Roman Emperor Charles V is looking like this? You saying this Moor from Morocco is taken captive and this is who's in power? Oh, Charles Kento? They're on the same side, man. So this cover story, oh, Stephen Esteban Mustafa didn't get taken captive, man. Mustafa was part of the plan. Oh, they venerate little Stephen. Oh, remember, he's the first great African man in America. But you don't celebrate this nigga for no type of nigga holidays, do you? Oh, no, they keep this nigga real, real on the low, on the low, on the low, low. You got to search to the down under to figure out what's going on with this Esteban. And then we got this series, Cities of Gold, right? You know we about to get it, man. I'm about to get episodes 6 and 7, fair use in your caboose. We doing this for teaching, criticism, all that stuff, man. Copyright 107, yada, yada, yada. We've been doing this a long time. This is part such and such. We almost at part 20 over here in the Cities of Gold. Hey, I'm talking about niggas that's been surfing the wave, I'm going to leave a link so you can tap in. But, we got a little playlist for that too. So just check our playlist. This will be added to it. You can surf the wave now. Just keep this with a 360 dragonfly. They're calling this the first great African man in America. Coming from Morocco. Mustafa Azamore. Right? So clearly this is a more on more war. The cover story is that he's taken captive. The real story is that he's leading the charge. He's leading the charge, this first great African man in America. And this is who's really leading the charge. Holy Roman Emperor Charles V. And if this is what the Roman Empire looks like in the 1500s, and they said they found us in 1492, old St. Christopher sails the ocean blue. In 1492, there's still a black Holy Roman Empire and a black Holy Roman Emperor. And yeah, this is a black man. Because in this more and more war, you're up against the worst of the heathen. You're worst against the atrociously wicked. Oh, but we're trained. Oh, this looks like us. What's up with my black unity? Come on, drop. At some point, we need to be unified. Show me where this black unity exists. I'll wait. This is tribal war, man. Either you get with it or get left off. This don't mean that we don't tribe up with those in this frequency, KTC, but not everybody's KTC. Other other powers have other powers, you dig? And the power of this Azamor, well, you got to go to the gods of the Moabites, the Ammonites. You got to go to other powers. And that's why it's a more war. Because they want the longitude and latitude of America, right? So this is 1500s to 1558. Estebanico here, 1500 to 1539. By the time Columbus supposedly discovers America, right? 1492, Esteban would be 8 years old. Or excuse me, he would be born 8 years later. Con. So now you can count the many voyages of this St. Christopher. And at some point, little Stephen would be just a young child, just a young lad. And that's why we got our theory that St. Christopher is the dog-headed St. Christopher Columbus. Pushed back in the timeline, phantom duplication. And he was most famous. The most famous legend tells that he carried a child. Are we talking about little Stephen, who was unknown to him across a river before the child revealed himself as Christ? Therefore, he is the patron saint of travelers. And Columbus fit in this same bill? Christopher Christ of Ophir. Where's Ophir? The anointed of Ophir, right? Come on, man. So this child reveals himself as the Christ. Is this child little Stephen? Because St. Stephen has his own situation. Hey, when's St. Stephen's Day? Oh, St. Stephen's Day, also called the Feast of St. Stephen. I can't make this shit up. Esteban the Moor is St. Stephen, my noggin. But this is the timeline, right? It's pushed back in time. Now you add that 1,000 years back, we back in business. Who's St. Stephen? The first Christian martyr, right? But he's rocking with the Roman Empire, right? He's rocking like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you got to figure out, is it coming from one side and then, he joins another side? Was he enslaved by the Christians and then, came out of the, Islam situation? You know what I'm saying? Like, what happened with Esteban, either way, he led the charge into New Mexico. They call him the first African in America. And by African, they're just referring to the Moor in Morocco. It's a more war. So this Christian Saints Day commemorates Saint Stephen, the first Christian martyr or proto-martyr. Celebrated on December 26th. Oh boy, winter solstice, December 25th, 26th. They say it's the birth of Christ. Which one? Because this would be an anointed too. He's a martyr. He's a martyr. Just like Esteban, little Stephen. Mustafa is Stephen, who was martyred. When was he martyred? Uh-oh. Some contemporary accounts refer to him as a Moor, a generic term, okay, for people from North Africa. Right. So it says Azamori may have been raised Muslim, but because Spain did not allow non-Catholics to travel to the New World, most historians believe that he was required to convert to Roman Catholicism. And who is the Roman emperor? Charles Canto, Charles V. So he had to convert to Charlesy Boy's religion, even though he came from Islam. He converted to Christianity and led the charge. Right. Was he forced to convert, or did he just choose his own way? Is Esteban Wait, when was he martyred? When they say he was martyred? And I'm gonna leave these links in the drop chatter. Get up in it. You know what I'm saying? Get up in it. You know what I mean? All right, all right. One day, a cross arrived that was as tall as a person, causing Deniza to step up in his pace to join the scouts. As a Moore, Esteban, little Stephen, had apparently reached the Ashiwi village of Hawi or Hawa Ku or Ka, Hawaka. The local natives prefer the spelling Hawi Ku. The Spanish latter referred to the Ashiwi as Zuni. So this is the Zuni, the Zuni Cibola, Shimbala, Sheba, let's go. And the corruption of the name Zuni is still used today. Stories concerning Azamori's encounters with the Ashawi, are all based on legend. This is no first-person account of what took place at Hawi Ku. According to the Marcos de Niza account, the Zuni reportedly killed him and a large number of North Mexican Indians who had accompanied him. After hearing this, Deniza quickly returned to New Spain, so he was martyred. St. Stephen was martyred. Estebanico, little Stephen is martyred. And he had to be rocking with Saint Charles, or the Emperor Charles, man. So we're talking about a Christian, a Roman emperor. So Esteban must be a Christian martyr because he was rocking with the Roman emperor at the same damn time. They were working together. He wasn't just, forced to do this and forced. They were working together. Esteban wanted, to find some fame of his own, right? Look at this picture. Look at this nigga, right? With his dogs looking for you. Oh, the first African up in here, huh? Esteban, enslaved Moroccan. Okay. Made the first contact with the native people of what is now the American Southwest. So Esteban led the hijack into the Southwest, American Southwest. Fraught with misunderstandings. That encounter led to Esteban's untimely demise in 1539. Misunderstandings, or did he bring weapons of death? And prefigures the violence that would characterize the Spanish conquest and subsequent colonization of the region. What? Prefigured the violence. So the violence happened after the death of Esteban Managi, the Spanish, right? The swarthy Spaniard, the Moor, right? They went apeshit after this happened. That was their God. So it prefigured the violence that the other Moor in Spain, Spanish conquest, was the Roman emperor looking like? Right, same time, 1500, right? Got it. Got it. Got him. Prefigured the violence that old Charles brought to the American Southwest. So now you can put it together that the violence that occurred after that was violence from other Negroes. This ain't to let nobody off the hook. We got our foot on the neck of all hijacks, my nine. This is tribal war. We're here to speak on behalf of the frequency that the Israelite Moabite wars have been going on, and it's been recent, and it's been more on more, and it's for the promised land, the pomegranata. This is the Roman, my naga. All right, so when you hear Roman, yeah, yeah, yeah. When you hear Spanish, Spain, yeah, man. Yeah, man. And subsequent colonization, right? Because who colonized you? Yeah, man. This is what's popping, what I'm saying, behind the scenes, my nigga. And, the so-called white man, white person, they only entered this situation. We're talking 1776. And after that, what I'm saying, you know, You know, they're pawns, you know what I'm saying, in a bigger picture. But when the Roman emperor is looking like this in the 1500s, then you got to wonder, where did he go? Where did they go? Who took them? Who took all these families out? Oh, the white man came and just took them all out. Come on, man. Treaties of pieces and friendship. Who really got the drop in that situation, in that treaty? You know what I'm saying? This is recent history, right? We don't hear about Charles Quinto looking like this. This is a pain in my night. This ain't no play. There's many more. You know, you gotta dig. You gotta dig. You gotta dig, man. I'm talking little Stephen, though. Yeah, we talking little Stephen. Them venerating little Stephen with this St. Stephen's Day, which is one day after Christ's birthday veneration, right? So they're venerating two Christs at the same time. You know, research Stephen the Christ, because they also call him the Christ. He's an anointed. He's he's a martyr. All these things are matching up. You know, he was told, look into whether or not he was crossing some waters, around that same time. You know what I'm saying? And see if it, correlates with this Saint Christopher who's carrying this child, over the water. I think we had dug on that last time, Stephen's, journey as a young child. But, they keep it pretty much, hidden, some of this extra stuff. Because when we talk Saint Christopher, yeah, the dog heads start coming out, right? Because first they want him to look like this. Saint Christopher carrying this small little Christ child across the water. You wouldn't know who this Christ child is until you start matching up, these timelines. I mean, in this case, they're putting Saint Christopher, as they see, he was martyred in the reign of 3rd century Roman emperor. Who the Romans looking like? Okay. Decius reigned 249 to 251. So what, we're around the 200s, right? Where he's carrying this child who later revealed himself as Christ, which just means anointed. Got it. Around the 200s now. Let's go back to St. Stephen here. Oh, yeah. Let's see where they put him at. All right, so they putting him. Oh man, Look where they put Stephen at. Circa what, what, BC to 34 AD. Uh-oh. Make sure I got this right before I go body bag for the illusion. Yeah, all right. Okay. Now, even though they pushed him a couple hundred years back of Saint Christopher, look how they lined him up with Jesus, man. 5 to 34 AD. All right, so they're going to tie him into this New Testament story, just like they duplicated all the cons. But even little Stephen is now making his debut into the New Test. Even Mustafa as a MOOR, who's the real Christ, right? We saw, or, as far as they're concerned, they're anointed. We saw a couple episodes where they needed Esteban to get the sun out, right? Just to get the sun to shine, they needed Esteban. He's the child of the sun. The child of the sun would be a Christ, my knock. All right, to these people, we're talking Thoth, what I'm saying, Mustafa and them. I mean, think about the Lion King. I mean, just that whole situation really venerating Mustafa. Like, that whole movie could be about this Mustafa as a Maury situation, man. I mean, we got to look deeper into it, man. But they put this right around this Christ situation. I mean, when is Christ supposed to die? When did Christ die? All right. They calculate his death between 30 AD and 36 AD. Okay, I mean, that's the hijack timeline. We're just seeing what it put him. 30 to 36. This is 34. They overlapped this cat and Jesus. Who are they venerating? You already know they got Church of Christ all over the place, right? You got to say which one. Because when you talk Esteban, my naga, I can't make this shit up. Yeah, man, you see it, man. You see it, man. In the same spot that Esteban died, where he was martyred at, there's a church called the Mission Church San Esteban del Rey, the King. The Church of Saint Esteban, the King. Woo, right? So those that know, they are venerating a black man or a saint that was, carried over the water by a dog-headed nigga, dog-headed nigga named Christopher, man. Yeah, dog heads, man. Oh, the true story of Saint Christopher, right? But really, it was the dog head that was carrying this Saint Stephen. Now, if you look at it like being Esteban, and if Saint Christopher or Christopher Columbus had a dog head, right, from this Atlantis flow, this Saint Syphilis flow, Sinus-Cephali flow, did Esteban, their Christ, did he heal Saint Christopher of his dog-headedness? Right? It says he was transfigured, you know what I'm saying? Like he got healed. So then they knew him as this when he was really like this. Remember, he took this child over the water who later revealed himself as Christ. And Christ does miracles, or else he wouldn't be a Christ, right? This child. Now, this ain't, look, they're putting this much later on, like hundreds of years later. You know what I'm saying? According to the legend account of his life, Christopher was initially called Reprobus. He was a Canaanite. Yeah, but they're talking canines. And we still got to connect this Caleb situation and this Anubis situation because we're talking Atlantis, right? We're talking America, man. It's all happening. You're talking Zeus in them, right? Jesus in them, right? But who's their real Christ? Yeah. So this Canaanite, who was 7 feet tall with a fearsome face, while serving the king of Canaan, he took it into his head to go and serve the greatest king there was. He went to the king who was reputed to be the greatest, but one day he saw the king cross himself at the motion of the devil, and thus, learning that the king feared the devil, he departed to look for the devil. He came across a band of marauders, one of whom declared himself to be the devil. So Christopher decided to serve him. Man, so this St. Christopher Doghead made a deal with the devil, which reminds me of the Atlantis and that whole Saint Shepherd Syphilis, who was cursed by Apollo or Thoth. Apollo is Thoth, and he was cursed because he wanted to serve the king of Atlantis as a god, and Apollo got jealous that this Saint Syphilis, his name is Syphilis. Saint Syphilis wanted to serve the king of Atlantis as a god. He wanted to worship it as a god. Apollo took offense to that, and he cursed Saint Syphilis, what they call today Cynocephalus. Cynocephala is the dog-headedness. So Saint Syphilis, all this syphilis is connected to a dog gene, man. Yeah, man, it's from the dog heads. They brought this shit over here, man. You dig? So you got to see where they got it from. This was a curse from their god, Thoth and them, or Apollo and them, because they wouldn't serve him. They wouldn't worship him. I mean, it says right here, even St. Christopher, right? This is why he got his dog head, because he made a deal with the devil. He declared himself to be the devil, so Christopher decided to serve him. But when he saw his new master avoid a wayside cross and found out the devil feared Christ, ooh, which one? Which anointed, right? You ain't talking this Joshua story. They talking their own story, you know what I'm saying? He left him and inquired from people where to find Christ. He met a hermit like Hermes, like Thoth, who instructed him in the Christian faith, because the Christians worship Zeus, which is Thoth's papa, right? Christopher asked him how he could serve Christ. Who's their Christ? When the hermit suggested fasting and prayer, Christopher replied that he was unable to perform the service. The hermit then suggested that because of his size and strength, Christopher could serve Christ by assisting people to cross a dangerous river. Uh-oh. Now they're putting this story back in the 200s, 300s, whatever the case, and it's matching. It's matching the duplication, or it's duplicating, whichever one. We got to put the story together. But there's a dangerous river, just like Columbus crossing the Atlantic story, right? The same Christopher who, just like Columbus, felt he was serving Christ and he was anointed and he was having all these visions and, you know what I'm saying, he was some type of prophet. Same thing, Christ of Ophir. They're both serving the same Christ and they're supposed to be assisting people to cross a dangerous river or water, right, where they were perishing in the attempt. The hermit promised that his service would be pleasing to Christ. After Christopher had performed this service for some time, the little child asked him to take him across the river. Crossing the river became swollen, just like Atlantis, right? Atlantic, right? And the child seemed as heavy as lead, so much that Christopher could scarcely carry him and found himself in great difficulty. When he finally reached the other side, he said to the child, "You have put me in the greatest danger. I do not think the whole world could have been as heavy on my shoulders as you were." The child replied, "You had on your shoulders not only the whole world, but him who made it." Oh, okay. So he's claiming to be this child is claiming to be the creator. I am Christ, your king. Oh, because Christ must be the one who made the world, right? Now Jesus is God, right? Whom you are serving by his work. The child then vanished. All right, man. All right, man. All right, man. Yeah. Did Christopher Colombo carry Saint Stephen at the same time popping off as their JC Christ, who is also venerated as Christ or the King, right? In the same spot? Because where we at here? Standing on the edge of a comma pueblo, one can see vast panoramas of the New Mexican landscape. When we talk New Mexico, Panaga, we talking the Nuva Eva. Oh, yeah. Yeah, when you're talking New Mexico, you're talking the Hawaku ruins. Yeah. This is where little Stephen, right? This is where little Stephen, who now has a whole church dedicated to him at this spot in New Mexico, the king they call him. Yeah, man. This is where he got martyred. Oh, he gained a reputation as a medicine man and shaman. Did this Christ, this Esteban, this Stephen, this saint, this child, he's a medicine man and a shaman. Did he heal? Did he heal Saint Christopher of his dog-headedness? Remember the cures for dog-headedness. Mercury got one that's real painful. You don't want to take that route. But you can get a peaceful, cure called the guaiacum tree, also known as the tree of life. Found right over here. Some say found in Mount Roraima. Yeah. Who cured Christopher of his dog-headedness, man? Who are they venerating? This Esteban. Following orders of the Roman emperor. I'm just saying. Because Esteban, they said, brought weapons of death, which is, why they gave him this moniker here, the Cacuana. This is what the locals called Esteban. Spanish explorer in 1529, Alvar Núñez Cabeza de Vaca, 3 companions survived a shipwreck at the mouth of what is now known as the Mississippi River. Esteban, a black Moor, right, was among the survivors. For 7 years, the 4 Spaniards wandered across the continent, living among native groups. In 1536, they straggled into the Spanish settlement of Culiacan in northern New Spain. All right, so they say he's going around trading turquoises, jacking the turquoises. Then you got this viceroy, eager for gold, Viceroy Antonio de Mendoza. So when you watch this cartoon, you hear Mendoza, you got Esteban. These are Moors, my nigga. They they look like you. Frayo Marcos de Niza, all this, right? Dressed in skins, exotic apparel, carried a gourd and a copper rattle. Esteban traveled ahead of Friar or Fray Marcos de Niza. His mission was to prepare the native inhabitants for the approaching Spaniards. Prepare the Naga for the invasion or to lead the invasion on the Naga. Yeah, man. According to Zuni oral history, Esteban violated a sacred boundary. He crossed a line of corn pollen their priest had sprinkled about the pueblos during a sacred ceremony. Zuni warriors killed Esteban at Hawiku. When Fray Marcos heard about Esteban's death, he hurried back to Mexico City with bad news, right? Today, a black monster, Katsina or Cacuana, appears in the pueblos of the Southwest during ceremonies. Might Cacuana be a representation of the way Zunis and others remember Esteban and the first Spanish expedition in their world, which means it looked like them. This is what the Spaniard looked like. This is what Esteban looked like. This is a weapon of death. This is referring to the death that Esteban brought. What were the they said different theories about his death. They had a couple different ones around here. Though they took Esteban's life, the Zunis memorialized him as a black ogre. So what does this have to do with the Olmec connection, right? The ogre Olmec flow. The Kashina name Cacuana to the native people, Esteban was the harbinger of the European conquest to come. This Naga, right? This nigga that came up on the Naga, who looking like the Naga. All skin folk ain't con folk, con. More important, however, he found a niche as a cultural broker, paving the way for international communications among peoples of Europe, America, and Africa. So this is what they want to credit him for. This is what they want to venerate him for. This is why they're venerating Esteban. in the Pueblo, because he brought communications with Europe. Wow. Little Stephen, Mustafa is worshipped as Christ. Stephen the Christ. Same time period. This is their child of the sun. This is who they secretly are venerating and worshiping. This is the real Jesus, or the son of Jesus, or the flow of the same thought flow, Managa. This is thought. This is thought 101. You know what I'm saying? Oh, the first African to explore North America. And you knowing that the definition of an American is the copper colored naga found here, right? Which means that they already found copper colored nagas already here, right? They already found dragons already here. They already found fierce and violent people, male and female, because this man or woman is a dragon. Because you violent towards the hijack, you violent towards these swarthy Moors from Morocco and these other spots claiming this is they Morocco. They claiming our history. This is the conflow. This is the American Empire of Calais. This ain't got nothing to do with Morocco. You've been hijacking just like Atlantis, moving around with permissions of the Pharaoh long enough. And it's truth time. The dragons are waking up. They know the truth. You can't fool them, Romans. But at least the real Roman, they're even hijacking the Roman title. Because the red mine is the pomegranate, and we the pomegranate right here in the promised land. Shimbala, Cibola, Ziboli, Zuni Ciboli complex. So this Moor from Morocco is known to the native, to the Nagas, as the harbinger of death, man. Because he brought the European conquest. He's the harbinger of death. He's the harbinger of destruction, which is why they created this death doll, you know what I'm saying? This black Kachina or Kakwana, you dig? Yeah, they still venerating him, man. Yeah, the Church of Esteban, the Church of Christ, right? They still are venerating Estebanico like Saint Stephen. Come on, man. Managa, I really can't make this stuff up. And did he heal Saint Christopher of his dog-headedness? Oh, Esteban, child of the sun, child of the sun. And in the cartoon, he don't look like this no more, do he? He looks like a little, kind of like a little, whitish, Hispanic looking child, right? But they over there hiding something, man. Why didn't they make him look like Tao? What about Zia? How come she don't look like, what I'm saying, the true, Naga, princess she is? You know what I'm saying? When you know that the definition of an American, I'm in the 1828 Webster, right? The Amaru Khan is the native original of America, applied to the originals of America. The originals, man, are the copper-colored races. And don't play around with who are the copper-colored race. The races, the tribes. Because they didn't think in terms of race. These are copper-colored Khans that are found here, not brought here. But once they found the copper-colored Khan, their own brothers, their own cousins, these other copper-colored Khan went to war. And after Esteban was murdered, Managi, in 1539, that prefigured the violence that would characterize the Spanish conquest and all subsequent colonization of America. The death of Esteban sparked off all the Moors. Now you lead that up into the Chickamauga and the treaties of peace and friendship, and why certain of the Choctaw couldn't unite with the rest of the Creek and the Seminole. Because it's a more on more war ever since for the promised land. And they getting any hijack to help them to make a treaty with, just to take down the real ones. They brought them here, man. They brought their dogs here. Or are we just talking the dog heads? It's an invasion of the dog heads, man. What are we getting that Zechariah 12 flow love to come fresh? Yeah, with this gamma radiation, this gam, remember the gam in Hebrew means to move, to gather, to walk. So this gam coming, man, is going to transfigure them right back to their dog-headedness, right back to their disgusting, looking, just their entire physique, you know what I'm saying? You're going to see what's really going on behind the veil, man. Look at this saint with his son behind him, right? Come on, man. Oh, the jackal. Remember the jackal dragon, Tantanin? So when you are told by the creator that your land will become a den of jackals, maybe we're just talking the dog heads. And maybe you just can't see it today clearly because you're under a spell from the dog heads that you can't see their dog-headedness. Maybe they got a little temporary cure so that they don't look like dog heads no more. But just be sure, my noggin, that this dog-headed St. Christopher here really is a dog head. He really is a dog head. It's like Anubis, right? With permission of the Pharaoh, these Moors flow. These Moabites, Ammonites, Psalms 83, we're just speaking reality. We got to speak for us. Y'all done enough speaking for you. You know what I'm saying? This is a respectful conversation with my tribe. What's up with these dog heads? What's up with this syphilis? What does this all have to do with Moab? This sinus of phallus. What they call the syphilis? There's a couple other names for it, right? What's it got to do with these tribes of Ammon, these tribes of Lot? What deal did they make with the devil? This Mahamat or Baphomet? I mean, he surfed the wave, hopefully he's been surfing the wave a long time. We ain't worried about ruffling your feathers. We've been ruffled the whole damn time. You should be worried about, the feeling, the vibration when the naga pop off, man. You can't lie to the Drakan. It's too wise for you. That's our frequency, man. You're dragon slayers, we're dragon riders. That's two different things. Jackal versus dragon is two different things. Tan and Tannin, it's two different things. Oh, jackal, we're starting to see clearly, man. Yeah, man. Oh, yeah, born in Israel, huh, St. Stephen? Oh, really? I got these links from last time up, man, so I'm going to put them back again for you, man. And his final words, a heartfelt prayer of pardon for his attackers, echo those of Jesus Christ. I'm out of here, babe. I'm out of here. Because you know that St. Stephen's Day is celebrated the same damn day as JC, right? I mean, when's JC Day if it's not Christmas? Huh? When's Esteban Day? Huh? When's Esteban Day? It's Esteban Day. Oh, you slime ball, man. You slime ball. You gotta respect the enemy, because they really meditated on this one. They've been worshiping Jesus the whole time. Esteban, child of the sun. So let's get it. Let's belly flop, into this Stephen here, this Esteban. You know what I'm saying? You got a lot of drop, that you can get more out of for sure when it comes to old Saint Stephen, this martyr, man. Killed in HaWah. Esteban the MOOR. Esteban de Durante. First what? What they call him? Oh, he's actually the man who first interacted. You see, some say first African, first MOOR. They'll say first interacted with the indigenous population. A Moorish slave from Portugal. Come on, man. Is he from Portugal? Is he from Morocco? The Portuguese, you know what they were looking for, right? I mean, if he's from Portugal, then we have to factor in the Portuguese that were searching for the Prest for 500 years. Yeah, man. Esteban is what, 1500? So this is covering the same time that, Esteban is still looking, right? Up into the 1600s, looking for the Presta, looking for the Presta. You come way over here acting like you a captive slave just to lead an invasion in Highway Cool, looking for the Presta. You went right into Cibola, man. Oh, as a Moor, you went right into Cibola, man. The Portuguese military conquered the city in 1522. They captured Esteban, sold him into slavery to Andreas Dorantes. The Portuguese are looking just like this. And they're looking for this. Yeah, man. Oh, St. Stephen. Oh, St. Stephen. Seeking glory, seeking riches, right? High up in the Andes, man. Let's go ahead and get this drop, man. Since you know what we're talking about. Mexico City, right? New Mexico. They went right into the four corners, right into the Southwest. They invaded right here, these Moors, right? Because this ain't no white people, Con. We're clearly established the fact that we're not talking white people. I mean, not even WHITE, unless we're talking WIGHT. We're talking WIGHT, then we're talking demons and dog-headed men, right? Dog-headed tribes. I think we've established that we're not talking the so-called Caucasian, right? So this invasion that popped off right here in the Coronado was an invasion sanctioned by this man on the noggin, who is the copper-colored Khan that was just found here. But now the Europeans can take the title of the Khan because they're just born in America. That's the new rule of the conqueror, right? You can just conquer, be born there, and take the title. Where they do that at? Where you go be born somewhere and take the title of the Khan, man? Is you or is you not the Khan? Who's in the business of taking titles? Oh, swarthy Europeans. Romans, right? Romans, right? Coming from Spain and Portugal and everywhere else. Does he look like a conquered slave, or does he look like he's leading an invasion with his dog? Oh, Esteban. Yeah, get some drop on Esteban. Esteban the Moor. You know what I'm saying? And let's pop off, man. Let's pop off now that you know what Esteban looked like. You know, I'll leave this link for part 15. I think this might be 17, 18. I don't know, man. But this part 15 is a good drop because it deals with this Christ business situation. And Esteban, we go into a lot more PDFs and some good drop, man. Hey, how for all your support. Everybody out there surfing the wave, all the tribe that got the vibe. Let's not forget, you know, to remind these jabronis over here in Internetville, you know what I'm saying, jamming people up, that is fair use in your caboose bowl, man. You know, this, you know, we're going to do some definite, you know, scholarships and, you know, what else? We're going to do some criticism, some comments, some reporting, some teaching, some scholarships. All right, we're doing some research, doing some recon. Get out of our way. You know, we've been a long time, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, clearly we're sincere when we really say we're doing scholarship and recon. You know, clearly we're not playing. You know what I'm saying? So get out of our way. Let us pop off. Let us surf the wave. Exodus 20 got us in code. Exodus 20 got us in code. And now that we see, you know, high in the Andes when they're coming over here, you know, you can just ask yourself one question. You know, high in the Andes, Esteban the Moor, little Stephen, is on the search, on the hunt. He's been looking for the Prester. He's from Portugal. They're looking for Prester John is why they over here. The gold, yeah, but the land of Prester John is worth more than some bricks of gold. You got the magic when you got the magi. You got that water. Did a black man discover the fountain of youth? El Prester HaWah. They're looking for a black man. You got a black man, right? Looking for a copper-colored Khan. The same copper-colored Khan that was found here. My noggin. This is a copper Khan. This is a hijack coming to invade the land of the Prester because they've been searching for. And who did they use? Estebanico to come right into Cibola, Shambhala, how we cool. Khan. Now we ready to pop off, man. We gonna watch, let's go with episode 6, you know. See how we feeling. If we want to hit a double with episode 7, that's fine with me. I'm gonna kick back and enjoy the flow. I have no idea. I forgot what this episode's about. So I'm literally belly flopping in season 1. And AI to the bro Freddie B for sending the DVDs for my droppers. I got him doing reports on it every week. It's beautiful, man. Let's dig on it, man. Cities of gold. We did it again. Pop off, man. Ah, man, don't hijack us now. Lego.
It is the 16th century. From all over Europe, great ships sail west to conquer the...
From where? All over Europe. This is in Portugal. They're searching for the Prester. All the ships are popping off from all over Europe. Who's the European? Holy Roman Emperor Charles. This is the European. This is the European. This is the European. Who did they find? The copper-colored tribes found here by the European. Who's the European? This is the Roman. This is the Emperor. This is the European. 1500s to 1558. Who did they find? Who are they searching for? 1145 to 1645. 1645. 1558. Up until 1645, where they found the Prester. They also looking for the fountain of youth. Yeah, they want that water. So they're looking for the real Khan, for the real Naga, the copper-colored Khan found here. All right, my Naga, you know, all these ships are coming, right? All these ships, man. Now you see why. dodge your own damn hijack.
The New World, the Americas. It is the 16th century. From all over Europe, great ships sail west to conquer the New World, the Americas. The men eager to seek their fortune, to find new adventures in new lands.
Press the
They
jam.
long to cross uncharted seas and discover unknown countries, to find secret gold on a mountain trail high in the Andes. They dream of following the path of the setting sun that leads to El Dorado and the mysterious cities of gold.
Children of the sun, see your time has just begun. Searching for your ways through adventures every day and night. With the Akakor in flight, with all your friends in tow, you search for the cities of gold. Wishing for the cities of gold. Someday we will find
The cities of gold. Cities of gold. Cities of gold. The cities of gold. That's pretty.
After a dangerous journey, Esteban and his friends have been washed up on a mysterious...
Whoa. Come on, Hijack City. Come on, man. They're going to try to jam us up. Come on, man. So this is Esteban now, man. This is Esteban Zamora. This is Mustafa as Zamora. Instead of being a grown-ass, you know what I'm saying, super king, right? He's the king, right? Right? This is Esteban Del Rey. This is what the church is venerating. Child of the sun, the Del Rey, the king. But he ain't looking like this in the cartoon, is he? They made him harmless and, you know, somebody to root for because that's who they're rooting for, because that's who they're behind, because the reason why they're venerating him, man, he paved the way. He paved the way for the hijack. White, black, whatever, you know, unless you are the tribes from the promised land, unless you are the seed of HaWah, you know, that was given this land by Lot, unless you are the actual copper-colored Khan found here by Lot, by birthright, you are venerating Esteban because of him, you got a whole new world colonized and conquered. All that massacre, but yeah, so what? My family's over here now. Look at my big old house. That's blood. that's a bloodbath you swimming in. And you know, and you don't give a shit, right? So your hands are just as bloody. And HaWah's gonna have to deal with that. You know what I'm saying? HaWah's gonna deal with that. But this is Esteban. Don't get it twisted. They gave us this little scrawny little kid now, right? Mendoza, you know. So don't trust none of these images. You already know, my wave surfers know.
mysterious island. That night, a shadowy figure comes creeping towards them. Silently, the figure steals a chart and a pistol, then snatches up Zia. Esteban gives chase. He discovers a curious house in a tree where Zia is a prisoner. To Esteban's surprise, the mysterious shadow turns out to be a friendly boy of his own age, called Tao.
Hey, shout out to Ty, man. Lego.
Look, Someone else has been here before. Their footprints in the sand. Perhaps Esteban came this way.
Esteban? It couldn't be.
From the size of the foot, it's possible.
How could a boy swim so far?
That boy will surprise us all yet. Let's get started. If it was Esteban, we must find him.
Coming.
Oh, wow, was I hungry. That's much better. Thank you, Tab.
Now you can see round my castle, my royal castle in the trees. Yes, I am the king. But as I live here alone, it makes me sad.
Oh. I've never seen a castle like this one.
You can climb the stairs all the way to the top. Follow me, I'll show you. It took years and years to build all this. My grandfather began it, and my father finished it. He died when I was a child.
Oh.
Since then, I've lived here all alone.
Must have been really boring living all by yourself on this island.
Not really. You see, before he died, my father told me that one day you would come. And see, he was right. You did come. Zia, you were the one I was especially waiting for.
Me?
Yes, I'll explain. It says in an old legend that one day a young girl with dark eyes will come to these islands, and she will lead us to the lands of the East.
Why are you so sure that I am the girl of the legend?
The exact day predicted for your arrival was yesterday, so when I saw a girl with dark eyes come ashore, it had to be you.
It was pure chance. A storm drove us here. We didn't set out to come here at all. Zia's right. It was just chance we happened to land on these islands.
No, it had all been planned. Chance had nothing to do with it. It was written. Now I'll show you something else.
You know, we're talking dark eyes or a complexion. You know what I'm saying? So, what is dark eyes to the Naga? You know what I'm saying? So, interesting, right?
Else. Come on, follow me.
Also, pay attention, man. That he didn't say his people prophesied about no Christ or no Esteban coming. This child of the sun. This is what he said, man. I was mainly waiting on the young queen. Shout out to my lady dragons on the wall popping off.
Thank you.
Oh. Now, what do you think of all that?
Tao got that mem sauce. You see a lot of Taos. You see his language looks a lot like the Paleo-Picto, different letters, like the Ha. Different things. They got the Tao over there on the shield as well.
But what is it?
Oh, it's a kind of collection of things I've discovered on my island. My father said there were souvenirs thousands of years old.
Thousands of years old?
Thousands of years old. Just like we discovering Kalelu's artifacts, swords, and shields. He's saying this stuff is thousands of years before him. My Naga, you came from where?
You're joking.
My father told me, so it's true. Oh, don't just laugh. Take a look at this. You see, it was made from this drawing.
Can you read it?
Just a little.
Man, they had bicycles, man.
Remember the land of HaWah? Don't be afraid. It's Cocopetal. He's my only friend. He's cross because I forgot to feed him. Remember the land of HaWah?
Oh, what a funny bird.
Remember the land of Hiva. This is why we had this link up over here with this Nuva Hiva situation. Let's see where we at. There we go. Nuka Hiva. So Tao keeps saying it comes from the Hiva. Obviously, you can play around with these vowels and this V. The V's don't exist, right? So it can easily be a W, the Hiwa or Hawa, right? Naka Hawa. Also the Nuka Hiva, largest of the Marquises Islands in the French Polynesian. So this largest of islands is like a continent. You know what I'm saying? This is what they'll call it now. You got Hiva or ThaWaDa. Okay, what is all this? Remember, all these are just mountain peaks from what's really underneath. So what's really underneath here? This is the land of Hiva that Tao is saying he is from. Just letting you know that none of this is play, and you can recon. I mean, look, they released some bombs right back there in 1982. And then, of course, they discontinued this thing, man. But you can find some DVDs. Love to Freddie B.
Let's go outside. There's a terrific view.
Oh, it's magnificent. Look, you can see the whole island. Yes, very nice, very nice. The sea is so calm. When I think of the storms we went through in the straits. Oh.
Hey! What are you playing at? Don't you like the view?
I don't like being up so high. I get dizzy.
Oh, I see. Well, is this the same Esteban who swam here bravely?
The bay over there. Can you see? It has a strange shape.
Aha! Good for you. You were quick to see that. It's called the moon strand. On certain nights, it looks like the crescent moon.
It looks odd, just as if a piece had been cut out of it.
How do you get to notice such things? You must have eyes in the back of your head, but you're quite right. They say the king of Hiva had it shaped like that.
The king of Hiva?
Yes, Zia, when the world was old, the kingdom of Hiva was the oldest of all the lands. It lay out into the ocean, an immense continent stretching across the sea. Hiva was a rich land. They had some machines that moved faster than animals.
And I'm sure all these Nagas came from Africa, right? Or did they come from lands that no longer exist or under the sea? You know what I'm saying? Like, before you say all black people come from Africa, you need to understand the recon the Polynesian Islands, recon the Pacific, Lemuria, the move flow. And then you get into the hijack, Atlantis, Egypt, more and more situation. All that was a hijack on the ancient love song. The Hiva, the HaWah, is the most ancient name for the creator.
And other machines that could fly higher than birds. Then one awful day, the earth began to shake, and all the great kingdoms started to sink beneath the sea.
Okay, Atlantis.
But the king had been given a warning. He had known for some time what would happen. So, to ensure that one day his descendants would build a new world, he constructed 7 cities of gold in distant lands.
7 cities of gold? Oh, but that's what Mendoza and his friends are looking for.
Okay, so is this some drop on why the cities of gold were constructed? To do what? We're talking about the ancient love song. We're talking about the Amaru Khan, the originals. Found here, copper color cons. Khan, the conductors. So he's giving some drop on the mystery flow. See, today they would try to more this brother. Hey, my brother, join my situation. See it my way. But he would see it like, nah, I'm from Moo. We don't get down with you Atlanteans. This ain't no black unity thing. It's a hijack thing. We're the dragons. We're fierce or violent towards the hijack.
And you, Tao, you're a descendant of that king, aren't you?
Yes. And that's why I must find the cities of gold.
So he is a royal. He's a descendant of the king of Hiva, or HaWah, or MOOR. Let's go. Let's get it from here. I just had to back it up.
The world was old. The kingdom of Hiva was the oldest of all the lands. It lay out into the ocean, an immense continent stretching across the sea. Hiva was a rich land. They had some machines that moved faster than animals, and other machines that could fly higher than birds. Then one awful day, the earth began to shake, and all the great kingdoms started to sink beneath the sea. But the king had been given a warning. He had known for some time what would happen. So, to ensure that one day his descendants would build a new world, he constructed 7 cities of gold in distant lands.
7 cities.
So he wanted the Khans to build a new world. And these 7 cities have the drop to help you build a new world. My Nagi.
Of gold? Oh, but that's what Mendoza and his friends are looking for. And you, Tao, you're a descendant of that king, aren't you?
Yes. And that's why I must find the cities of gold.
Bang.
The nearest city is supposed to be in the middle of the continent in the east.
Tao, my father is a high priest on the continent to the east.
Of course, I know that. He's a very important person. But I also know that a grave danger threatens the 7 cities of gold. To save our world, all our people must join together to fight this threat, and there's no time to lose. Because it has been said, one of our cities of gold will be destroyed by white men. By your friends, Esteban.
Oh, Tao.
Oh, Esteban, don't look like a deer in headlights, bro. Brother, by your friends. You know why, man? You know why, man? Yeah, because you're the first contact, Esteban. What happened to you brought the violence. Hey, Esteban led the way. Esteban led the charge by your friends. We're talking cities of gold. Word of death reached Fray Marcos, who gazed the Hawaku from afar, headed back to Mexico City, claiming to have discovered the fabled golden city of Cibola, Cibola, Cibola. Cibola, Cibola, Shibala. Cibola, Cibola, Shimbala. Esteban, your white friends, man. Oh, you culture broker. He's brokering deals, making treaties, paving the way for intercultural communication. Paving the way for the hijacked city among the people of Europe. Who's that? Oh, Roman Emperor Charles Quinto, of course. The European that cut off the Inca. Yeah, he became the Inca chief. He became the Inca chief after Tupac and them, right? Yeah, he hijacked the Inca. He paved the way, said Tao. Yeah, man. So he lived in Spain, he lived in Cuba, and then he lived in Mexico. His own survival depended on his ability to function in multiple worlds. He became a culture broker, paving the way for the hijack. All right. Tell them how you feel, Tal. Tell them how you really feel.
Tal, who are these people you came with?
Mean Mendoza? He's a navigator.
I've never seen such a perfect sea chart. How did they ever...
There's a high priest on the continent to the east.
Of course, I know that. He's a very important person. But I also know that a grave danger threatens the 7 cities of gold. To save our world, all our people must join together to fight this threat, and there's no time to lose. Because it has been said, one of our cities of gold will be destroyed by white men. By your friends, Esteban.
Oh, Tal!
When I saw this, I couldn't believe my eyes. I have never seen such a perfect sea chart. How did they ever draw such a good one?
I swear, I have no idea, Tal.
Who are these people you...
Who gave him the drop, Esteban Eco? Child of the Son, Stephen the Christ. Weren't you the child carried across the water by St. Christopher, patron saint of travelers? How did he get such an amazing map, Esteban?
Who you came with?
Mean Mendoza? He's a navigator. He's rough sometimes, but he doesn't mean any harm.
And this, what is this?
Hey, don't point that. It's dangerous. Be careful. It's loaded.
Loaded? What does that mean? How do you work it?
It's very dangerous.
What is it? What do you do?
No, Tal!
A pistol shot in the middle of no...
Now that's symbolic, because Tal really should have, you know what I'm saying, did Esteban in if he knew who Esteban really, really was and what he was planning to do to give them the drop on Cibola.
Of nowhere?
I don't like this. I'm scared.
Quick, let's go and see. Get off, Sancho, get off.
Oh, Pedro, you're as dead as I am. I've been nice.
Where did you go?
Look, Zia's up there.
So that is what you will use to steal our cities of gold. Come on, Zia.
Tal! Come back, Zia!
Take cover!
Stop, Mendoza, stop! Don't shoot!
Esteban, where's Zia?
Don't worry. I know which way they went. I saw them go. Tal? Wait, why are we running away so fast? Where are we going?
You'll see when we get there. There's something there that only you must see.
That boy, he's only about your age, isn't he, Esteban?
Yes.
I hope that you are going to teach that lad a good lesson, Mendoza. Scaring us like that. Shoot at him, that's what I do.
That's it.
No, that's just what we mustn't do. That's what's wrong. He's afraid of us.
Is he? Then why did he take Zia away with him? Look, that bay is just like a perfect new moon. Hey, that's just where I found them.
Zia, you must take me away to the lands of the East. Use your special powers.
But I haven't got any special powers. How can I take you away?
Yes, you can. All you need to do is decipher the secret message.
I don't think I like this much. Supposing there's a monster in there.
Look, Why don't we just turn around
Don't make such a fuss. This isn't an animal's cave. It's been built by a man.
You mean someone actually made this?
Look at this archway. Those stones could only have been put there by man.
Ah, how about that? Hey, wait for us!
Wait for me!
Whoever built these tunnels was a master. It's a real labyrinth. It's marvelous.
Man, just imagine what they found when they found you.
It's blocked there too. Can't get through.
Oh.
Come on, climb up with me.
There's no, it's blocks everywhere.
You see this jar? It can't be broken. According to the legend, only the high priest of the cities of gold has the strength to break it. Here it is, the secret message I told you about. It's supposed to give us all the information to get to the lands of the East.
The little knots in these strings spell out a message.
Can you read it?
I think so. I'll try. Solaris, the sailing ship of the kingdom of Hiva, sleeps inside the mountain.
That's part of the legend.
When thunder rumbles in the depths of the earth, the seals will break and the Solaris of Hiva will be born again in the sea.
Is that all?
This string is called a kipu.
A kipu. Thunder rumbling in the depths of the earth.
That is what the kipu says. I don't understand it any more than you do.
It doesn't mean anything.
Thunder rumbling in the depth of the earth sound like a dracon waking up, volcano popping off.
By the winged serpent, even reading the stringed message hasn't helped me. I still don't understand anything.
Zia! Tao! They're up there! Zia, are you alright? Are you safe?
Leave this place. If you don't go, I will call the monster of the temple to help me. All right, if that's what you want. If you don't want him to eat you, go now!
So, what was this for real? Since we know Esteban don't look like Esteban, what was this supposed to be? They talking about a winged serpent. They talking about a dragon popping out. Let's go, man.
Oh, my ears.
It's the echo of the pistol shot.
Oh, he's coming back for more.
Oh, listen, that's it. Thunder rumbling in the depths of the earth.
What do you mean?
Listen, that sounds exactly like thunder.
whose roaring is much more dangerous than any monster. Esteban, look.
This is the end! The whole temple is falling in! Take cover!
Good heavens, Tao! Help!
Don't come any nearer! You'll be crushed!
Pedro, Sancho, come quickly. Help us.
High tech, high tech, high tech. They found high tech when they found you, my nigga. High tech, high tech. High tech, high tech. High tech, my nigga. This look like a cruise ship. You think this episode is playing you, man? I mean, it's everything else is checking out. The Zuni Complex, How We Cool, the Hiva, Mendoza, Esteban, the MOOR. They're all checking out. Don't turn your lights off now. Look at this high technologies and tell me what they found when they found you and me.
It's the Solaris, the ship of the people of Hiva. I felt sure
The ship of the people of Hiva.
it would be here.
Tao, it's just as the Kipu message said, but it didn't tell us how to sail it.
That's true. Things are very different here. But if we can get onto that ship, everything may be easier.
See here, Tao, if your ancestors were really so clever, surely they would have left their descendants some instruction on how to run this ship.
But of course I know how to run this.
Look at old creepy Esteban the MOOR. Like, come on, man. Tell us how it works. Tell us how your technology works.
Ship? What do you think?
You don't look too sure. Luckily, as a trained navigator, I am always at home on the sea. And with Pedro and Sancho as a crew, I think we'll manage to make this ship move.
Oh, no, not me, Mendoza. No. Have a heart.
Tao?
All right, then. If you insist, I will show you the secrets of my ancestors.
Wow.
He'll show us the secrets. Now we'll know everything.
Now we'll know everything. And who's leading the charge? Esteban. Remember who started that whole conversation? Come on, Tal. If your people's so clever. So he started it, man. Esteban, man. The MOOR.
The Solaris will take me home to my people, and all will be well.
They have discovered the Solaris, a huge, mysterious ship. But a Spanish galleon has spotted them and is bearing down on them fast. Aboard the Spanish ship, Captain Gomez gives the order to fire. Will they be able to discover how to sail the Solaris in time? How can they escape? Don't miss the next episode of The Mysterious Cities of Gold.
Esteban and Zia have made friends with the boy Tao. He claims that his ancestors came from a lost country called the Kingdom of Hiva. There is a story told by Polynesians that once upon a time such a country did exist. This is how the legend goes. Long ago, thousands of years ago, there was another continent in the Pacific even more important than the Americas.
Wow.
On this island,
Even more important than the Americas. So where do these Nagas found here come from? If not from here, we're talking about a land that's connected to the Pacific, to the Americas. You know what I'm saying? Whatever they want to call the Americas, this is all the kingdom, my Naga. Now, what happened with the Atlantis and MOOR war? What happened with this Noah's flood? Did the Noah's flood have any correlation with the sinking of Atlantis, man? And who sunk Atlantis? Was it Leviathan?
island, the prosperous people of Hiva built 7 great cities out of stone. It was a rich land, and through their writings, their civilization spread throughout the known world. But the king of Hiva had been warned that disaster was imminent. He called his people together and said, "Can you not hear the anger of the gods?" But they didn't listen. Then one day, the land of Hiva began to shake, and the people were terrified. The earth broke open, and streams of hot lava shot up into the air. Again and again. In the end, a gigantic tidal wave swept over the entire country, and the great kingdom of Hiva sank beneath the waves. And still today, on different islands around the Pacific, stand the silent remains of some mysterious time past that is little understood. Perhaps there's more to the legend of the lost kingdom of Hiva than we know. Goodbye. Till next.
So the king of Hiva had the warning. He said, "Yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? You are upsetting the creator." Well, they say the gods, but, if we're surfing away with this Noah's Ark situation, now they left him a boat, right? So now Tao got a huge ship. But, yeah, he was trying to give a warning to his people. And then comes the water. This is very interesting recon. I mean, that's just episode 6. This is how we belly flop. Y'all want to do we have time? Let me check the time. Let me check the time, man. Do we have time? I think we have just enough time, my nigga, for a double Cities of Gold feature. Where y'all want to go? I mean, I can go to the next episode, or I can just belly flop like we do. Next time, I'm going to get the second season. I'm not a big, constituent of the second season, man. I just don't like the new actors and the voices and all that, but they still got some drop. Man, for sure. I don't know, man. Let's go to 19, man. I'm just belly flopping. Let's go episode 19. Pop off, man. Cities of Gold. You got the links, man. I'm leaving them in the drop chatter. Chatter. Click the link below. And Lego to the Cities of Gold. Okay. Y'all ready? Double feature. Pop off.
It is the 16th century. From all over Europe, great ships sail west to conquer the New World, the Americas. the men eager to seek their fortune, to find new adventures in new lands.
It's better, fellas. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go, man. Let's go.
Cities of gold. Cities of gold. Someday we will find the cities of gold.
That's pretty.
Inside the first city of gold, Esteban found a great golden condor.
Oh man, we got this before, right? I mean, about this golden, super flying, golden bird. You see futuristic ships. You see futuristic flying devices. He already said that the Hebrew people had all the drop on the technologies. It wasn't just Atlantis popping off like that. It's the ancient love song. Where did they come from? Where did all these people come from? Africa. Come on, man. These flying condors is coming from Africa, man. Or are you talking about MOOR? Did MOOR come from Africa too? Stop it, man. You've been Europeanized, and who's the European? We already got that. Let's go, man. Let's pop off.
Then a volcano erupted, which shook the mountain and destroyed the city. Sheltering inside the body of the condor, they try to make its mechanism work using the medallion of the sun. Suddenly, the giant bird spreads its wings and takes flight.
Yes, it certainly is superb. A stroke of genius, a machine like this. It only goes to prove how superior my ancestors were. Ah! Come on, Cocopel, you're a bird. Or do heights make you dizzy like Esteban?
Oh! By the way, Esteban, you wouldn't happen to have any idea where this bird is taking us?
I don't know any more than you do.
Oh, hear that? He doesn't know any more than I do. It's been like that from the beginning.
What's going to happen to us? Are we going to crash? Oh!
And you two keep quiet for a moment. You see the condor is following the sun. We're going due west.
Big bird's following the sun?
West?
Careful, hold on. The condor is losing height.
I'd much rather he gained a little.
Yes, up.
What does it mean, Esteban? I don't know.
Falling!
Move faster, you lazy dogs. Search the houses. Take anything made of gold. Don't waste any time. Governor Pizarro is waiting for us. Captain, what's that? Ah, a monster! Oh, run! Oh! Did you see that giant bird was made of gold? It looked as if there were children inside of it. Go at once and report all this to Governor Pizarro. Yes, Captain.
Do you see those lines on the ground like some kind of drawing?
Why are they here in the middle of the desert? They really do look like drawings.
What are you talking about? Human beings would never have been able to make such huge drawings.
Perhaps those lines came about naturally. Wind and water can sometimes make very strange shapes.
Look, that one's a big bird.
Have you ever seen anything like it? It's really strange.
Yes, it does look just like a bird.
I don't know whether I should suggest it, but it looks like a giant condor.
That's just what it does look like.
Which means somebody did draw it.
There's another one over there. Look.
So they giving up drop about the Hiva people of MOOR and the Nazca lines having correlation with ancient technologies made of gold.
And over there, a different animal. Oh, and another.
It's fantastic.
Take a look over on this side, Esteban. Come here. Our condor seems to be following these lines just in front of us.
But somehow it's as if it understood what they are.
It is following the lines precisely.
Come on, Mendoza. That's not possible. The way you
Magnetism?
talk, you'd think this bird is alive.
All I know is it's going down too quickly for me.
I'd swear the condor is following a course it knows.
Hey, of course.
It's not taking any chances, Esteban. We'll be all right.
Get down! Lie flat!
Bang.
Ah. You two heroes can get up now. It's all over.
Oh. We're safe and sound. Oh, my head is spinning round. I'm so dizzy.
Oh, and me too.
It's nothing. It's like when you've been on a ship. You get dizzy back on land. I'll take a look around.
And I want to see the big drawings up close. You coming, Zia?
Good idea. Woo.
After all's said and done, we're still dizzy. We'll stay here.
That's my brave men. What an example.
Hey, bye-bye.
Well, someone has to guard the the condor.
The lines are made up from piled stones.
Millions and millions of them. When the sun's low, the shadows make them easy to see.
That's why we saw them from up high.
But who on earth built these gigantic
To
things?
tell you the truth, I haven't any idea, but I know one thing. The condor seemed to know what it was doing. It flew straight to this place.
On the ground, you can't make them out at all.
I'm sure there must be some connection between the sun and these stones. Just as there was between the Solaris and the golden condor.
Certainly. Came down to Earth precisely as the sun was setting, as if it was losing its power.
So logically, it can fly again tomorrow when the sun rises.
Let's hope so. Have you got the same feeling I have? Doesn't it seem that this place was designed for the condor to come down on?
A landing place?
What's going on?
Go, it's snake. Every time.
A golden snake and it's alive?
They're right, it does look like a snake, but...
Careful, Tao. I'll see if I can move it. Don't move. Now, the snake wasn't here before. What did you do?
Well, I sort of...
What, Sancho?
Well, Pedro said I should take the medallion of the sun.
These two idiots stole the emblem of the sun and they've started something moving.
No,
They must have hit it trying to get it off.
I'll try and see what happens. It doesn't do anything.
What if you try lifting it up? Go on.
That's done it. Oh. The lever has disappeared.
Now I'll try to force it in.
Look, it's starting to glow.
That reminds me of something. Let me take it.
Rains. My goodness. Like a real bird.
It can move to the right or to the left.
Look, even the tail of it moves.
It's just as I thought. This lever that looks like a snake controls all the movements of the golden condor. We can make it fly.
We could fly, we can make it go anywhere we like in the sky.
That's right.
That's really fantastic.
High tech.
Let me pass. I have a message for His Excellency.
What is it?
Excellency, a man from Captain Lucas's company.
What does he want?
He claims to have seen a great golden bird flying in the sky.
Am I hearing you right? A golden bird? Send him in.
You go in.
So, you say you saw a golden bird?
Yes, Excellency. The bird was bigger than one of our ships. It had the shape of a condor and flew slowly through the sky.
Condor as big as a ship and flying, is that it? Huh?
It's the truth, Excellency. All three of us saw it. Captain Lucas, too, I swear it. And on its back, it was carrying children.
There were children with it?
What wild story are you telling us? You're all gone crazy. Been in the sun too long.
Just a moment.
I apologize.
Are you absolutely sure that you saw it carrying children?
Yes, Excellency.
Manuel, saddle my horse immediately. I must leave here at once.
Your Excellency.
I would never have believed the story about a great golden condor if you hadn't mentioned that it was carrying children.
An Excellency, I'm afraid that I don't quite...
Esteban, Zia, and the other one, a child called Tao. He is the crafty one, devious. If those three are mixed up in this, anything is possible. But this time, I promise you, they won't get away with it.
I'm flying. It's fabulous. All of you, look at me.
What
I'm flying.
fantastic scenery.
Oh! Lucas! Where's Lucas? I want to see him at once.
Who goes there? Oh, I beg your pardon, Excellency.
Well, Captain, what is this then? I have been given to understand you and your men saw a golden bird.
Yes, just before sunset. It was heading towards the Nazca Plateau.
Now I've heard everything. You know where it went, yet you stayed here?
Well, I thought it might be better to wait until daylight, spend the night here.
In my army, there is no night and day. You arouse the compound and take the horses and leave now. We'll bring back this giant condor and the children.
Yes, Excellency. Wake up! Everybody wake up!
Come here, Andreas. You will take me to the Nazca Plateau.
The plateau is not far from here.
Hiya! Hey!
Listen, Coco.
Tell him to be quiet.
Get up
quickly. Pizarro's soldiers are here.
Pizarro! Oh!
What? What is it?
Don't get so excited.
Back inside the Golden Condor before they get here. Sancho, wake up! Everybody, take cover!
You cannot escape. Come out of there and surrender. You are surrounded.
What do we do now, Mendoza?
Oh, meow, 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 meow.
There's nothing we can do in this desert.
But Mendoza, we can't let Pizarro take over a great golden condor.
No matter what, we must save it.
You think getting inside the bird would save us? They'd kill us there.
Decide, surrender or we attack.
Don't shoot, we will surrender. You understand, if you want to stay alive, do as I say. All the gold in the world is no use to us if we get ourselves killed.
We must decide ourselves. What do you think? I say we follow Mendoza.
Then come on.
I don't believe my eyes. A giant golden condor.
Your Excellency honors us coming to see us in person.
I am pleased to find you again, Mendoza, and delighted to see that you have taken such good care of the children just as I ordered. As talkative as ever. Tell me, where have you found this superb bird? There must be other treasures there.
No, I assure you, Your Excellency, we found only this condor. The city of gold has vanished.
Vanished? The city of gold? You take me for a fool, Mendoza?
But, Your Excellency, he's telling the truth. The city of gold was destroyed in a big earthquake.
Coming from you, even the truth would sound like a lie.
That's true.
All the same, whether you like it or not, in the end you will tell me where the cities of gold are. But now I would like to see if you can fly this bird through the sky.
Nothing could be easier, Excellency. If you'll permit me, I will show you how it flies.
Not you. Esteban will fly it for me.
But Esteban wouldn't know how to.
I don't trust you, Mendoza. You would try to escape, and I might never be able to catch you. But Esteban, I trust him. You don't come back, I will take Zia and Tao and chop off their heads.
Oh!
See, Mendoza, why I have absolute confidence in our little friend Esteban. Look at the expression on his face. Go ahead, Esteban. Show me how. Fly our golden condor.
Obey him, Esteban, otherwise he may do what he said.
But how can I?
Listen carefully. As soon as the sun begins to rise, put the medallions of the sun in their place.
But when the sun starts to rise...
Do it.
Yes, Mendoza.
Not muttering. Captain, move the prisoners some distance away. They might be tempted to escape when the big bird starts to leave the ground.
You heard His Excellency.
Just as the sun is rising, remember?
Now it's up to you, my boy. Show us if the bird can really fly.
Yes, Excellency.
Now, listen carefully. As soon as you see the sun begin to rise, run quickly to the Golden Condor, but keep your eyes shut.
I shut tight.
Yes, it's very important. Keep your eyes shut and run straight ahead.
I hope everything goes all right for Esteban.
Be brave, Esteban, be brave.
Thanks, Cocobello. I'll try to be.
Here we go.
This is it!
Come on, close your eyes and run.
Up or we shoot!
I take.
Zia! Tao! Mendoza!
Hurry up. Get in, quick.
Oh, no! Don't let them get away. By the purple plague, take them alive. I want them alive. Go on.
on me.
Come in.
Inside, quickly. Start flying, Esteban, as fast as you can.
I can't do that. What about the others?
You really want to fall into Pizarro's hands again? You have no choice. Take off immediately. What are you waiting for, Esteban?
I can do it. I'll try. Fly, my great bird. Fly, save us, please. Fly.
Will you let go of that? Mendoza?
Stop! Stop!
Quick!
Hold on to us. I've got you now. Come back here.
Oh, they've slipped through our fingers again. You will pay for this, Mendoza, you will pay. I'll catch you yet on those confounded brats. Nobody will keep me from the cities of gold.
Here we go, to the right.
Now try turning to the left to see if that works.
At your orders, Commander, and to the left. You realize that we've escaped again.
And better than that, we now know exactly how to fly the Golden Condor.
What a superb machine. The people of Hiva must have been very intelligent.
It means that we can fly anywhere we want in our Golden Condor. Anywhere we want. Go on, fly, my big bird.
Naga, it means that, you can fly anywhere you want. Dodge the hijack. I mean, you got to believe, at this point what you want to believe. You know what I'm saying? What it looks like, my Naga, is that there's some high level, high tech that, just imagine if they found stuff like this, would you even know? Would they even tell us, right? But they got the temples, they got everything right, but the high tech, you can't get that in your mind bone, who you are. And, what level of engineering and ingenuity the Nagas here were accomplishing. The Nagas in Nagaville, that is. All right, let's get this for the dispatch.
Make sure you see the next episode of The Mysterious Cities of Gold.
Gold. My favorite part. Let's go. Whoa.
In Peru, some 300 miles away from the capital city of Lima, is the desert plateau of Nazca. From the air, you can see quite clearly the famous Nazca lines. These extraordinary drawings, traced out across the desert, are said to have been made some 14 centuries ago. But their marvelous shapes weren't discovered until this century, when people first saw them from the air. Down on the ground, all you can see are some irregular long ditches, which might have been carved out by the wind. It's only from the air that you can decipher their shapes. 800 drawings have been found. Birds, monkeys, dolphins. Each one covers some hundreds of meters of ground.
It's a play. It's a play.
There's nothing like these drawings anywhere else in the world, and one can't help wondering just why they are here, and why they were made, and who on earth made them. It's all something of a mystery.
We're just talking navigation and technology.
They might be some very elaborate giant calendar or star map. And it has been noticed that on Midwinter's Day, the sun sets precisely in the direction of the very longest straight line.
Okay.
But how could those people of so long ago measure out these lines and make them so straight? They had no sophisticated instruments. One of the straight lines is 5 miles long. How could they have seen what they were doing? They didn't have airplanes. There are some people who believe they must have been made by visitors from outer space.
Or lands beyond the pole.
Certainly, we don't know enough about the people who first drew these amazing designs on the desert floor. Goodbye. Till next time.
Till next time, I know. Man, I hope y'all enjoyed a double feature, double header, Cities of Gold fiasco over here, man. We're going to keep the water flowing, as long as we, choose to do our thing. And, just know that Managa did this Esteban riding some high-tech flying golden condor. Is this St. Stephen? Is St. Stephen who St. Christopher carried on over the water, right? Because he went over the water. Famous legend tells he carried a child across the water, who called himself the Anointed. And is this who they anoint to this very day, St. Stephen's Day? Esteban Del Rey. Hey, man. More to come, my naga. The investigation continues, man. I appreciate y'all for surfing the wave. And another installment of the Cities of Gold. Ahab to the real cons, man. Ahab to the Drac Con, man. The immoral con. Halal HaWah.